Hi everybody, Boker Tov. We are getting ready for Shabbat tonight, and we are going to be right in to the Chag, into the holiday of Shavuot. And so, Sunday night through Tuesday night in the diaspora in Israel, Sunday night until Monday night will be Shavuot. And since we won't be meeting Monday and Tuesday, I thought let's focus on Shavuot. Yesterday we learned a little bit about um, the commemoration of receiving Torah, which is what we remember and celebrate upon Shavuot. And also, let's focus today on our heroine, on the story of the book of Ruth. We read Megillat Ruth, the scroll, on Shavuot, and she is in so many ways connected both to the theme of receiving Torah, because according to tradition, she became Jewish. She was the first, according to Midrash, Jethro also perhaps adopted Judaism, but Ruth certainly did, and her language here is a very, very big moment for those who explore Judaism. One of the most famous speeches in the entire Tanakh, in the entire Hebrew Bible, is when Ruth, who is encouraged um, by her mother-in-law. There's a complicated story, just to do briefly. Ruth and another woman from the tribe of Moab marry the sons of Naomi. Naomi's husband dies, and then each of these two women's husbands, Naomi's sons, die. And Naomi says, "My daughters, go, go. You're young enough. Start life again." And one daughter says, with tears, "I will go. I will miss you, my mother," and leaves. Then Ruth says, "No, I will not go." And she cleaves, there's really no other word for it, to her former mother in law, Naomi, and famously says, "Where you go, I will go. Your God will be my God. Where you rest, I will rest. Where you die, I will die. Your people shall be my people." And in those moments, in those incredible verses, is the birth of the process of not just becoming Jewish, though there's nothing so grand in my heart as sharing this tribal love, but also a determination that typifies the Jewish people. Because if you follow what scholars and commentators say about the book of Ruth, you learn so much, not only about the text, but about what it represents in the Jewish imagination. And there's no better commentator alive today than the majestic Dr. Aviva Gottlieb Zornberg. If you have learned from Aviva Zornberg, you know what I'm talking about. If you've read her words, you know it's hard because she's so brilliant and so eloquent and so well versed in French psychodynamics and literary theory and Tanakh and Chassidut. She's just a giant. And what I want to offer is that, and this is all my best channeling of Dr. Zornberg, is to recognize that the book of Ruth, the scroll, is actually demonstrative of the tension between law and something new. Because remember, I said that Ruth comes from the tribe of Moab. Well, if you remember the origin of the tribe of Moab, it's complicated biblically. In the book of Genesis, when Sodom and Amorah, Sodom and Gomorrah, are destroyed, Lot escapes with his daughters. Now, letting you know, this is a complicated part of Torah that most people forget is there. But they are convinced this is the end of the world. They are the last humans alive. And so the daughters, one at a time, get their father drunk and become pregnant with their father. And from these wrong unions are birthed two babies whose names are Ammon and Moab. Moab, the tribe from which Ruth came. So this is an etymology, it's an explanatory myth as to the origins of these ancient enemies of the Jews. We can deal with the rules and the history and the textual traditions, but suffice it to say that Ruth, coming from the tribe of Moab, makes it strange that she would marry into a Jewish family. Not only that, the Torah says No one from Moab may ever enter the family, and yet she refuses to leave. Not only did she marry, but when she has the chance to walk away, encouraged by a former mother in law after losing her own husband to go start again, she says no. And she makes this incredible commitment. Your people are my people. Your God is my God. Your destiny is my destiny. And when they travel, because of a famine where they are and the sadness of where they're coming from, when they go to a new place, no one seems to notice Ruth. The text, strangely here, and this is an observation from Dr. Zornberg, doesn't make any mention of Ruth's physical appearance, which is strange because the biblical heroines are often described physically. Now, that's complicated. We'll deal with that another time. But the fact that she is not described in that way should be extraordinary to us. And she persists, she persists, she persists. And when she finds this field from which to gather gleanings, she's still an outsider that people know as Naomi's daughter in law, not her own person. But she has the quality, and this is from a talk that I saw Dr. Zornberg give once, of dvekut, of cleaving. The word in modern Hebrew, devek, means glue. She glued herself to a future. And it is only because of her courage, her imagination, to surpass the limitations that she inherited, and in fact, to go places that she wasn't supposed to go, to find her way into this family and to not leave it, and to support her mother in law, and then to find love and the scenes of this beginning love between Boaz, who ends up marrying Ruth, lucky human being, and Ruth. It is an extraordinary story. It is a little bit racy, and it is so special because from this, and Rosa's saying the word tenacity, tenacity, from all of this, we have the beginnings of redemption. Because the end of the book of Ruth tells us that Ruth became eventually the great grandmother of David HaMelech, of King David. So not only do we read on Shavuot, the holiday when we receive the Torah, someone who herself, boy did she receive Torah, but challenge its norms too, which is a great model for what eventually pours out of her lineage, which is the possibilities of redemption. We understand so much of where we come from when we think in this way. Because Ruth's origins, her personal origins, are not easy. She goes through very hard things. Her ancestral origins are not easy. Terrible things experienced, trauma, and a complicated beginning. But look where even that can lead. Look what is possible when we inherit, when we internalize, when we learn from the tenacity of our spiritual ancestor, Ruth. It is an incredible gift to read the book of Ruth, no less than it is to read the revelation at Sinai. We need, we need to remember that lesson. There are places in our world that continue to be very, very inhospitable. And I don't only mean for Jews. The people of today who have no field from which to glean and who are considered outsiders, considered others. Ruth is the ancestor to all of these people. She was tenacious, and because of her, we have the possibilities of redemption. May we hold on to the possibility that those in need will have from which to glean, and then one day their own fields. May we remember that receiving Torah is everyone's possibility, and that no matter what life hands us, we have good to do. We have power at our disposal. We can make beautiful things happen. We can give birth to the beginnings of redemption ourselves, even if at one point we have felt completely bereft of love. Everything is possible again. So I want to bless all of us as we go into Shabbat, where we read the story of Bamidbar, the Parsha, the Torah portion that begins our journey in the desert again, where things are open and unexplored, to the holiday of Shavuot, where yes, we say Yizkor and we remember our ancestors, and yes, we read the book of Ruth, so we remember our spiritual ancestors, and yes, some of us eat cheesecake and learn Torah all night. Whatever your traditions may be, may you find yourself both at the mountain, shoulder to shoulder, heart to heart with other beloveds. And may you, may I, may we all, may everyone who's in a world where hardship is far too common, remember that there is strength, love, and redemption to discover together. In that spirit, friends, on this 602nd day since October 7th, on this, our 1315th broadcast, and thinking of Penny, wishing her strength and healing as we say this, may we take all the strength that we have, make all the prayers we can, act with all the love we can muster, and may they come home now. By the time Shavuot happens, may our beloveds be free. Send your hearts to the east, friends. Sing with me. Kol hod balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefateh mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvatenu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון Virushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. Shabbat Shalom, friends. Chag Sameach. See you on Wednesday.